Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. We're here for a 30-minute beginner focus. If you have a ball at home, that's a soft Pilates ball, grab it. If you don't have a ball, grab a bath towel and fold it up as many times as you can. Keep that close to hand. I'm also going to use a band, a long resistance band. This one's light strength, light or medium strength, definitely nothing too heavy if you happen to have that at home. Now, if you don't have a band either, don't worry about it too much. We can go through the exercises without the band. They're not absolutely essential. So just grab them if you have them at home. So we're going to go ahead and get started standing at the end of your mat and just do a quick posture check. So the whole of your mat should be in front of you. Feet are hip width apart, toes and heels in line like training tracks. And start rolling your shoulders up, over, back, and down. A couple of big circles. One more in this direction, and then reverse. 3 circles the other way. 2 and 3. Just slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift your arms over your head, and exhale, come up onto your toes. Just finding your balance and narrowing your waist, lifting the pelvic floor and lifting up, reaching through the top of your head. Now reach your arms out to the side, drop your heels down to the mat, drop your chin to your chest, round your spine, and just articulate that spine, just rolling through every joint as you roll all the way down. Hang over your legs, and then nod your head. Yes, just feel that lengthening through the neck. To drop the weight of that head, shake the head down. Good, and then bend your knees, get your hands down to the mat, and we're gonna walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come out into a nice high plank. I just want you to hold there, slide the shoulders down the back, squeeze the glutes, zip the core in tight. Now we're gonna just lower your right knee down, breathe out, lift it up, take the left knee down, exhale, lift. The hips and the shoulders should stay in one line, so don't let the hips drop down as the knees come down. If you want to advance this, just drop both knees down, both knees at the same time. Stay there for 4, and breathe, inhale, exhale, last 2, and 1. Back into your high plank, lift your hips up, press into your heels, just hold your stretch for big inhale, and then exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, bend the knees, round the spine, roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders and head, come up last. I'm going to reach your hands behind you, lace the fingers together behind your back, lift your arms, look to the ceiling, then breathe out. Let the arms drop away from the body as the chest drops down towards the knees. And just check that your feet are still parallel. Kind of spread your toes a little bit, and then again, nod your head, just relax the back of the neck. Let the chest drop a little closer down towards those knees. Let the arms almost bounce away from your body. Hold for 1 big breath in, and then as you breathe out, let the arms drop down to your sides. Bend the knees, hands into the mat, breathing out, walk forward, out into your plank 1 more time. Now lift the head, slide the shoulders down. We're gonna pull your right knee into the chest. Inhale, lift it back out. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Alternate sides. Stay here for 6 and 5. Just take that knee right through the middle of your elbows. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Come back to your high plank. Hold there, lift the head, and then we're going to lower your knees down. I want you to come down to your elbows and just kind of step your feet back and drop the hips all the way down to the mat. So we've got the hips down, the legs are, feet are hip width apart. Look up to the ceiling so you feel a stretch through your abdominals. Then as you breathe out, look down to the mat and peel your hips up. Try to keep the knees down. Tilt the pelvis, scoop the abdominals in, really press your mat away. Draw the abdominals in, tuck your toes under, and exhale, lift the right knee up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift your left knee up. Inhale, lower back down. So the hips stay really low. The key here is to keep those hips low, keep the lower back rounded out, so it's slightly tilting the pelvis, tailbone dropping down towards your heels. Stay there for 4 and 3, last 2, and 1. Now drop both knees down to the mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lift both knees up. Exhale. Pull low plank. Hold. Inhale, lower the knees down to the mat. Exhale, lift up and hold. Inhale, lower. 2 more times. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Last one. Up and hold. Hang there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lower the knees. Stretch out your back. Arms reaching out in front of you, and rest your head on the mat. Good. Now just slide your hands back and come to a sitting position. And I want you to place your ball between your knees. Give it a little bit of a squeeze, or even just a towel also will work. And then just breathe out. Just hinge yourself back. So you're leaning back. Your arms are outstretched. And then take the hands away. And we're going to start pumping the arms. Slow pump. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to try to come up onto the tiptoes on those feet. Just try to lift your heels up. Breathing in, 2, 3, breathe out. 2, 3, 2 more breaths. One more. Breathing in, 2, 3, and out. And we speed up the hands and just breathe a little more quickly. Squeeze the ball. Feel the abdominals working. Now, if you want to modify this, just sit a little taller. If you want to make it more advanced, just sit a little lower. Breathing in, 2, 3, and out. Palms stay facing down the floor. It's a little bit different than the 100 that we normally do, lying on the back. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Quick arms, inhale, and out. 2, 3, breathe in, and out. 2, 3, one more breath. Quick arms, and 2, 3. Good. You should have felt the abdominals start to warm there. Just drop the feet, drop the heels down, lift your chest up. And then as you breathe out, we're going to round the spine and roll yourself all the way down to the mat. Now you may need to adjust yourself so your head isn't off the end of your mat. Good. Keep that ball between your knees. We're going to press your lower back into the mat. Draw the abdominals and lift your pelvic floor and peel your spine all the way up into a nice high shoulder bridge. Now sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. Squeeze your ball tight. Button your ribs towards your hips, and then we're going to inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, squeeze the ball to lift. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. Stay here for 6 and 5. Big squeeze on the ball. Wrap the glutes around the tailbone. Last 3, 2. Hold the next one up to squeeze the ball for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in, reach the arms all the way to the wall behind you, to the backs the hands are touching the floor. Then breathe out, drop your rib cage down first, middle back second, getting through that lower back last before the hip bones and tailbone come down. Now inhale, take your hands along your sides, and exhale, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. So you're curling up, you're looking in towards your abdominals. We're going to pump here. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathe out. Squeeze the ball, scoop the abdominals in. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. 2 more breaths. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. Look towards the abdominals again. Abdominals pulling down. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Now hold, freeze the arms. Reach your right hand to the ankle, left hand to the left ankle. Right hand to the right ankle, head and shoulders stay up. Just reaching those hands around the side of the leg. Kind of tap or reach towards that ankle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the head and shoulders down. Take the ball out from the knees. Just place it behind you and extend your arms overhead. Stretching your arms and legs out. So stretching right through the middle of the mat. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to lift the hands, lift the head, and curl your spine up off the mat. If you get stuck, feel free to use your hands to help you roll up. Stretch forward over those legs, and then breathe in. Restack the spine into a perfectly long, straight back. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe out, round the spine, point the toes. Squeeze your legs together as you slowly resist gravity coming down to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms behind you, and exhale, hands, head, spine, peeling up. Trying to keep the feet stuck to the floor. Stretch forward. And then inhale, articulate back into that straight back. Head and shoulders up last. And then exhale, we're going to come halfway back, holding here. Now you lift your arms a little higher. Lift your chest a little higher. So we're straightening up the back. So not rounded through the spine. We're going to try to lift that right leg up. If you can, touch the ankle with those fingertips. Inhale down. Left leg comes up. Lift. And lower. Keep that chest proud. Right leg. Stretch the legs long. Try to lift the kneecaps. Engage the top of the leg to get that leg as long and straight as you can. Stay there for 4 and 3. Exhale with the lift. Inhale to lower. Last 2 and 1. Take both legs down and then slowly resist gravity as you take your spine all the way down. Inhale, arms behind you. Exhale again, hands, head, spine, curling up off the mat. One more reach forward, but this time we're going to wrap around the backs of your ankles. Hold the backs of the legs. Breathe out, draw the chest down a little closer to your knees. Drop your chin into your chest. We're really rounded through the spine. Really lovely stretch of the backs of the legs. Inhale, again, back into our straight back. Exhale, float halfway down and hold, and then turn to your left. We turn the shoulders, but keep the pelvis still. Keep the legs from moving. Breathe out, twist the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. So we're stretching the arms. We're opening the chest. Chin is up, collarbone nice and open. And we're leaning back enough that we feel the abdominals working. Good, let's do 3 more. Breathing out as you look to the back corner of the room. In as you take it back to the front. Exhale to stretch, arms long. Last one, twist and center. And then slowly come back down to the mat. Good. Now take your hands back along your side. Lift your knees up to your tabletop position, one knee at a time. And stay in a neutral spine. So I want you to slide your fingertips under your lower back, but sink your rib cage down so that lowest back rib is down on the mat. You still have a little bit of a gap through the lumbar spine. Now take those fingertips on top of your abdominals, draw the abdominals and lift the pelvic floor, really lifting the perineum. And we're gonna lower your right toe down to the mat. Hold it there. Take a little sip of breath and then lower your left toe down to the mat. Now take your thumbs, keep moving your legs, but take your thumbs to your rib cage and just try to button those ribs down a little bit more at the front. Left knee comes up. So inhale to hold, exhale, right toe comes down. Keep moving those legs, just tapping those toes one at a time, one foot then the other, lifting one knee, then lifting the other, still resting your hands across your abdominals. Just engage those corset muscles tight around your middle as you move the legs. Good, now let's hold the next one. So both knees are back up in our tabletop position. Now we'll lift your fingertips up to the ceiling. Extend your right arm and your left leg. Touch your thumb to the floor and reach your toe to the wall in front of you. Then exhale, come back to your starting point. Inhale to drop the arm and leg. Exhale to lift. Again, rib cage stays stuck down to the mat. Spine stays in neutral. Pelvis in neutral, which means your hip bones and your pubic bone are level in one plane. So the pelvis isn't tilting forward or back. Exhale. And inhale, just make sure the breath is flowing. Don't worry too much about when you're inhaling or exhaling. It doesn't necessarily need to match what I'm saying. The most important thing is that you're never holding the breath, that your breath is always moving in or out. One more time, inhale and exhale. Last one, breathe in and out and hold. So we're in our dead bug now, fingertips over the shoulders, knees over the hips. And we're going to straighten up your legs. Feel that stretch through those hamstrings. Really reach those toes. Legs are zipped together. We're going to drop the right arm and left leg out to the side, opening out like the pages of a book. Opposite hand and foot. Exhale, drawing the hand and the leg back to the midline. Left arm, right leg. So alternating sides. Remember, it's opposite arm to leg, out and back. Now let me just quickly turn so you can see side on what's happening here, just to make sure you keep the hand over the shoulder, one foot over the hip as the other arm and leg drop wide out to the side. Make it as big as you can without sacrificing the stability through the pelvis. So the pelvis, the hips do not move at all. Good. Last one, just draw everything back to that midline. And then I want you to lift your head, take your hands behind your legs. We're going to imprint that lower back now. So we've come out of our neutral into our imprinted spine. Head and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the right leg as you let the left leg drop. Now work the legs a little straighter so you can walk your hands a little higher up towards the ankle. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, change the legs. Exhale, hold. Again, get those legs straight. Get the hand high, closer to that ankle. We're going to stay here for 8, 7. Exhale, each leg pull. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and again, last one, I just want you to hold, stretch, lift the chest, relax the shoulders, draw the belly button in, and then change and hold, stretch, chest up, shoulders down, and then take everything down, head down, knees into the chest, and rock side to side, just to stretch out your back. Now hold your right knee and extend your left leg out long, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and then switch the legs. Strong exhale with each pull of the knee. Inhale as you change the leg. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw both knees in, hands behind the head into a crisscross, elbow to opposite knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the shoulders, hug the knees, and find your ball. So ball in your hands. Now I want you to extend your left leg out and keep the right knee bent. Press that ball into the knee, strong press, and pull the knee back into the ball. Your head stays down on the mat, but you should feel the abdominals start to turn on as you get the opposing forces between the hands and your knees. Trying to pop that ball out, whatever you do between the hands and knees. Now switch legs. Exhale to hold. Inhale, quick switch. Exhale, hold. So alternating sides, pressing the hands into the knee, pulling the knee back into that ball, breathing out as you hold. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you hold. Let's aim for 6 and 5. Strong exhale, 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Now just pull both knees in. Press both hands into the belts as you pull those knees in. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just hug the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in. And placing the belt to the side, chin up. We're going to roll up and hold your balance. Elbows out wide. Try to lift the chest up. Lift your right hand up. Hold it there. Extend your left hand. Try to pull the shoulders back, and then so you can extend your legs all the way up. Take a deep breath in to hold. And then breathe out. Slowly lower the upper body. Lower the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep the hands around the sides. Knees into the chest. Click the shoulders back. Now, before we do another teaser, we're just going to lower the arms and legs. Lower the chest. Exhale, pull the chest back to the knees. Lower and lift. Now, if you need to modify that, just take the hands behind the knees, make it a little smaller. But try to lead with your chest. Try to roll the shoulders back. Stay here 4 more. So this is your more advanced with your hands along your sides, more modified, holding the backs of the knees. Last 2. Last 1. Again, I want you to hold, knees close to the chest. Lift your feet together, knees together. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the right arm, hold. Stretch your left arm up to the ceiling, and then try to extend those toes up to the ceiling, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, and then slowly lower the feet down to the mat. Reach forward over those legs, grabbing the ankles or wherever you can reach, grabbing to the feet if you can, and drawing the chest down towards your knees. Now breathe in, straighten up your back, pick up your band, and we're going to wrap the band around your feet. So flex the feet, pull your toes in. Get that wrap, sit up as tall as you can, shoulders down, and then breathe out. Pull the elbows back. Turn the palms up. Kind of rotate those arms. Elbows stay tight to the sides of the rib cage. And think straight out of the top of the head. Also think about your sit bones at the base of the pelvis, the 2 bones, and your tailbone. Almost like a little tripod holding up pelvis in a perfect neutral alignment. As we wrap the muscles, I'm just going to let go of my band. You guys keep moving. Just really wrapping the muscles around your middle to maintain that straight back, to maintain that curve through your lower back. Stay here for 4. Think string out of the top of the head. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's just take the band away, pop it to the side. We're going to flip over to all 4s. And hands come under the shoulders, knees under the hips. I want you to extend your left arm and right leg. So opposite arm and leg. Really reach the fingertips, reach the toes, lift your lower back slightly up off the mat. And we're going to inhale, tap the hand and foot down to the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2, 1. We hold and then hand up, go out to the corners of the mat, out. And back like you're wiping off a shelf, out and in. Imagine you're balancing a teacup on your back, so there's no movement through the spine. Last 2, and back, and 1. Back to that midline. Now we're going to drop that teacup because we're going to round the spine, knee to chest, elbow pulls in, chin to chest. Inhale, straighten the arm and leg, straighten the back. Exhale, round the spine. Zip the abdominals in. Inhale, stretch the arm and leg. 2 more times there. Breathing out as you tuck. Breathe in as you straighten and reach. Last 1. Exhale to tuck. Inhale to reach. Now take the hand down, take the knee down. I want you to drop down to your elbows. Slide your right leg out. So we're going to do the upper side, the other side in a moment. But first, we're going to stick with this right leg, but just working the leg, not your upper body. So down on those elbows, lifting the right leg up long and strong. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Take the toe down to the mat. Now circle the leg out and around, like you're brushing crumbs off the end of your mat. Stay there for 4. Leg stays straight, no bend in that knee. Think about lifting that kneecap to get that leg a little straighter. No movement through the left hip, your supporting hip. Last 2 and 1. Now take the foot to the corner of the mat, rotate the leg outward, and then lengthen through that toe as you lift and squeeze. Hold the leg at the top. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze and hold. Inhale, down. Stay there for 3 more. So the upper body's working as well, really pressing the mat away, keeping your head slightly lifted. Last 2, lift, hold, and release. And 1, lift up, hold, stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right knee down. Sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, rest your head. Now we're gonna change sides, do all that over on the other side. So we're gonna be working our right arm and left leg to start. So you lift, stretch the opposite arm and leg out, just tap and lift 6 times here. Shoulders and hips are level, belly buttons pulled in to support your lower back. No movement through the spine as we start. So stay there for 3, 2, hold the last one up. Stretch the fingers and the toes. Exhale out to the corners of your mat or a little further if you can. So you could go all the way out to the side if you can reach without dropping down towards the floor. Keeping that hand in line with the shoulder, but in line with the hip. Stay there for 2 and 1. Back into that center line and breathing out, round the spine now. Chin to chest, elbow pulls in. Inhale, stretch the arm and leg out. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach. 3 more here. Last 2. And 1. Reach and hold, and then take the hand and knee back down to the mat. Come down to your elbows and slide your left leg back. Zip the lower back up and away, press the mat away, and then lift that lower leg up and down. For 8, 7, and long, strong legs. Squeeze and define that left glute. That supporting leg is working as well. Your upper body is working. Stay here for 4 and 3. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. And 1, take the foot back down to the mat. Now we sweep the end of that mat. So sweeping those crumbs off to the left. Stay there for 6, all the way around. And 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back in line with that hip to that center line. And I would tap, reach it over to the corner of your mat. Add your rotation, little turn out. Press the mat away, leading with that pinky toe. Lift the leg high. Inhale, drop it down low. Exhale, lift up and hold. Inhale, release. Really stretch that leg long. Again, keep the leg long and straight. We're lengthening as we're strengthening. So keep lengthening that leg. Last 3 and 2. Hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the left knee down. Sit back onto your heels. Quick stretch of your lower back and your arms. And then as you sit up, I'm going to grab your ball again or your towel and place that ball between your knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, toes tucked under. Scoop the belly button up and away and hover your knees up off the mat. And really hollow the abdominals and lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze that ball tight. 4 big squeezes. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down to the mat. Take a breath in, expand into the sides of the rib cage as you inhale. And then as you exhale, contract the ribs down, hover the knees, squeeze that ball. 4, 3, really carving out those abdominals. 2, and 1. Inhale, lower the hips or the knees down. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just contract those ribs, hover the knees, scoop the belly button, and lift your pelvic floor. 4 squeezes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then now we're going to lift the knees all the way up. Press into your heels. Have a lovely stretch here. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. We're going to come up to standing. Still with that ball between your knees. Round the spine and roll yourself all the way up. Shoulders and head up last. Good. Now we're going to swap your ball for your band. And I'm going to hold the band behind you. Step your feet out wide. Turn your toes out. We're going to stretch that band as you bend your knees. Contract the band as you straighten the legs. Stretch and bend. Knees are turned out. Knees track over your toes. Narrow waist. So each time those elbows come kind of tucking just behind your rib cage. Stay there for 4. Wrap the knees around to that wall behind you. 3. Last 2. Hold the last one down. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6. Little stretches on the band. Pulse low with the hips. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come up to standing so you can just roll that band over your head. Switch your grip so your hands are right in front of you. Shoulders down. Now we're going to breathe out. Down into your low squat. Wrap the knees wide to the wall behind you. Tuck your tailbone towards the floor and peel both heels up. Trying to balance here. Breathe in. Stretch the legs. Breathe out. Stretch your band as you drop the hips. Inhale. Straighten up. Exhale. Drop it low. Stay here. 6 and 5. Last 4, 3. Good. 2. We're going to hold the last one down. Middle pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten up the legs. Just walk your feet together until the feet are zip tight. All right, slide that band under your feet. Turn your grip out so that the palms face forward, your thumbs point up to the ceiling. So you're holding that band between your thumb and your first finger. Kind of lay it across that palm and then exhale, lift the arms up. Inhale, lower them back down. Exhale, lift and lower. Now, if you don't have a band, just imagine you're lifting a heavy weight and then slowly resisting as they go back down. You see from the side, I'm in a low squat, so my hips are to the back wall. Ears, shoulders, and hips are all in a line at a 45-degree angle. Stay there for 6 more. And 5. Last 4. 3, engage the core. Think a little pelvic floor lift, little squeeze of glutes. All the muscles are integrating. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Small circles back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Reverse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms down and roll your shoulders back. Big circles. And then roll them forward. Good. All right, let's step off of the band. And we're going to come down to the mat once again. And I want you to pick up your ball. Reach the ball long behind you. Take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, lift your legs up. Pass the ball from your hands to your ankles, squeezing the ball as you lower back down. Again, you can do this with a towel. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Breathe out to lift. Head stays down on the mat. Now, if this gets into your lower back, or you feel like you're arching up, bend your knees. Just take your feet closer into the body so there's not as long a lever to support with those abdominals and that lower back. If you want that challenge, try with the legs long, even if they don't come quite all the way down to the mat. You can stop them at about a 45-degree angle if that feels like you can control it better. It's all about control. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Ball from the ankles to the hands, back to the ankles. And I want you to finish with a ball in your hands and just lower the arms and legs all the way down. Take a deep breath in. Now you lift that ball, lift your head, and roll yourself up. Place the ball right between your shoulder blades. If you're going to kind of right where your bra strap would be, and roll yourself back down. So that ball is right in the middle of your back, a little bit closer to your neck than your lower back. It's right in the middle of your thoracic spine. So just where we all tend to hunch over a computer, we're trying to reverse that movement, that natural posture pattern when everybody starts to get tired at the end of the day and been sitting at a desk for too long. And take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide, and just try to pin your elbows down to the floor. Now, if you don't have a ball, but you have a towel, you should do the same thing. So just kind of having that lift through the middle of your back. Now extend your arms out to your sides and imagine you're holding a bowling ball in each hand, even like curling those fingertips up around that invisible ball. So really stretching those fingertips. Only the fingertips are pointing up to the ceiling, but the backs of your hands are down. I'm gonna reach those arms over your head until your body's in like a long I shape. And then pull your elbows down to the ribs into more of a W shape. Lift the arms overhead, back into your I. Breathing in and then exhale down into your W. 2 more. Lift and lower, or just kind of lifting is not quite right. Lengthen to the wall behind you and then drag the elbows into the ribs. Now reach the arms out to the side into a big T and make a big snow angel, invisible snow angel on your floor. 2 more there. And when you take your hands back up, tuck them behind your head, draw your chin in, so lifting up off of that ball. If you have the strength to lift yourself straight up off the ball, if you need to, use your hands. Now take the ball away and shift yourself around so you're back on your knees. I want you to step your left knee forward and take your hands up to that knee. Really drop the hips forward. We're going to turn so the elbows on the outside of that knee, so opposite elbow to me. Look over the shoulder, get a twist through the spine, and then take your hands down to the mat, either side of the foot. Turn your knee out, so the knee is on the outside of your left arm. So you see, it looks like this, out to the side. So you're in the outer edge of that foot. And just kind of snake your chest down towards the floor as you kind of press into the outside of that foot. Now pull the knee back to that midline, walk your hands back so you're in more of a runner stretch for that back of the hamstring on that left leg. Hold here for a breath and then hinge yourself forward. Try to float your back foot up and sit up tall. Now this might be enough for you, or if you can, try to get that hand to the foot and lean forward. But don't sacrifice, if you're about to come into a cramp or if you feel any pain, don't force it. Just do that if it feels like it's barely accessible for you. Change legs, right knee forward, just leaning forward. Add your twist, look over the shoulder. Hands either side of the foot. Drop your right knee out, come to the outer edge of that right foot. Elbows bent, snake the chest a little lower, closer to the floor, a little sway side to side. And then straighten up, walk your hands back as you lift the front toe, straighten up that front leg. And then hinge yourself forward, lifting the back foot up. Either just holding here with the hands on the knee or left hand to that foot. Pull that foot in to stretch your quad. Now come back to your knees. Take your hands down, tuck your toes under, and lift your knees up. So into your downward dog stretch. Really arch the back, curl the tailbone up to the ceiling, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Soften the knees, let the head hang as you roll yourself back up, just rolling up like a rag doll. One vertebra stacking on top of the other, shoulders and head up last, nice long neck. Inhale to lift the arms up, and exhale up into your balance, drawing your heels together, squeezing the inner thighs, and then lower your arms down. Just gonna swing everything out and give yourself a round of applause. Well done. We're back tomorrow. We've got a Zoom session. If anybody's interested, contact me on Instagram or Facebook. That's at 9 a.m. British Standard Time, British Summer Time, and a short session at 1 p.m. tomorrow. See you then.